Okay, it's time for another crazy. Today we're going to install this Radeon GPU onto this Raspberry Pi. Ready? Let's do it. Before we get started, let's take a moment to recognize how unhinged this project is. This is the Radeon RX 580. It has 8 GB of VRAM and 6 billion transistors. This is the Raspberry Pi 5. It has half the RAM and probably a quarter of the transistors. So this is definitely a do you want some pie with your GPU project and not the other way round. To get this done, we need a few things. I have this PCIe to M.2 hat to add an M.2 slot to our Pi. I have this M.2 to Oculink adapter board. I have this Oculink cable, which can send PCI Express signals. I have a PC power supply, 600 watts. And last but not least, I have an eGPU dock with an Oculink connector. So lots of bits and pieces. Let's do a fast forward and get all this hooked up. Okay, we've got a whole mess of wires here, but I think we're ready to power it up. Let's give it a try. Now, lucky for us, Jeff Geerling and GitHub user CoreForge have done all the hard work and all the research, so we don't have to. All the info is on GitHub, which I'll link in the description below. And the first thing to check is, can we actually see the GPU? So LSPCI, and there it is, Radeon RX 580. Now, this is very good news because now we know that our adapter mess and the GPU dock are properly working. Next, let's turn up the PCI Express bus to Gen 3 speeds. So let's edit the PyConfig and we'll add the following line at the bottom, save, exit. Next, we need to install the AMD GPU driver, and to get that working, we need to recompile the Linux kernel. So first, let's grab the kernel source code from CoreForge's GitHub repo. Go. Okay, it's downloaded, and there's the beautiful source code. We also need a copy of CoreForge's optimized memcopy library, and I've got that just here. So let's save that to the Pi, memcopy unaligned.c. So there it is. Let's build it. So that's compiled, and we'll move it to where it needs to be. Done. Last, we need to register memcopy in our linker preload file. Save, exit. Now it's the build dependencies. So those are downloaded. Now we need to configure the kernel build. Done. And now we'll use make config for some last configuration pieces. So first we need to turn on an option for memory alignment, fix up misaligned loads and stores from user space for 64-bit code. Save and exit. The next one is for the AMD GPU driver itself, AMD GPU. So let's enable that, save, and exit, and exit, and exit. And now finally, we're ready to compile the kernel. So make -j6, image.gz, that's our kernel name, modules, DTBS.
One eternity later.
Okay, finally, with the compilation done, we need to install. Go. And we're nearly at the finish line, just a few more things to copy. First, the kernel image itself. Now the device tree binaries. Go. And lastly, the overlays and a README. Last but not least, we need to install the graphics firmware. So sudo apt install firmware AMD graphics. And it's the moment of truth. It's time to reboot, and hopefully we should see output from the Radeon GPU. Okay, we have beautiful 4K graphics, and if I run NeoFetch, there we go. AMD ATI Radeon RX 580. So there we go. We have the modern graphics card working. Now, what should we do with this fantastically overpowered GPU? Well, first, I think it's got to be Half-Life. So Source Engine, HL2 launcher. Okay, all settings to the max. High, very high. High, reflect all. High. Anti-aliasing 8 times. Filtering 16 times anisotropic. We'll turn off vertical sync and let's turn the res to 4K. Apply. Next up, frame rate. CL, show FPS 1. We're nearly at 300 frames per second. That must be the engine max. Next up, let's try Portal. Right, same as before, all settings to the max.
As part of a required test protocol, our previous statement suggesting that we would not monitor this chamber was an outright fabrication. Good job. As part of a required test protocol, we will stop enhancing the truth in 3, 2...
I think we're pretty safe to say that Portals never looked this good on the Pi. Now, how about a benchmark? Let's use GravityMark. So this is drawing 200,000 asteroids to the screen, and it's running at 40 frames per second. I would say pretty impressive stuff for the humble Pi. Now, things are going so well, I think we need to up the ante. This is the Radeon 6600 XT. It's 4 years newer and roughly double as fast as the RX 580. So is this going to work? Well, we can try. Okay, we're back in business at 4K, and if I run NeoFetch, there we go, Radeon RX 6600 XT. So how do I push this? Well, I think it's time for Doom 3. Ultra quality, 4K.
expedite your processing, please proceed directly to reception.
Welcome to Mars, Marine. I'm gonna need you to step on one of those red squares on the floor for a bioscan. This'll only take a second.
Yeah, I saw those suits arrive too. Weird.
Attention. Dr. Braddock, please report to Environment Management Office 4 Alpha.
Took your sweet time, Marine. Now, here's the situation.
Well, there you have it. 4K 60 on Doom 3. Okay, one last thing. Let's run GravityMark again. This is running at 80 frames per second, which is perhaps double as fast as the RX 580. Closing thoughts. First, I love these crazy projects and making hardware do things it's not supposed to. Second, this GPU-powered Pi runs super well. I didn't mention it in the video, but even the desktop is snappier than usual. I'm tempted to put this all in a case and make a Raspberry PC. Third, massive thanks to Jeff Geerling and CoreForge for the custom kernel changes. This wouldn't work at all without their efforts. Would you like to see anything else running on the Pi? Please leave your questions and comments down below. Enjoy!